Hello, this teddygaming. Welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the TMNT 2003 Dreamwave comic issue number 4, and this one is a adaptation of the episode Meet Casey Jones from the 2003 show. God, that's a mouthful. So yeah, this one, I enjoy the story for the most part, but I feel like with what my problems are with this issue is not necessarily anything against this actual issue itself. It's more to do so with the actual show itself. Now, what I mean by that is just that in this issue, we did get like a somewhat of like a backstory of KC, and also do get to see his father. But later on in the show, we did get to see a more accurate version of his father and stuff like that. That more or less made this whole story like non-canon, which is like really disappointing because this story had a lot of stuff going for it. But I think if you like look at this story, it's just like a one-off kind of thing or just a standalone kind of story. This is a really great story, but I just think that because like the canon kind of stuff, it's really annoying to say that it's not canon and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, so for the majority of this issue, there's not really too much I can really talk about, just because a lot of it is just like the actual episode itself, which I've talked about before on this channel. So I don't really see any like real reason to go over those major points in the actual story. I mean, I did find it pretty interesting to see like Casey's point of view of it, and like seeing like how he thought the situation, stuff like that. It was quite interesting to get his like mind about it, because I do definitely feel like in the episode it was more like vision, and you got to see more from his side and didn't definitely make Casey seem a bit more of like a hothead, angry person just going out there just for the fun of it, just being up some random people. But here we do get to see it from his point of view, which is really fascinating, really interesting to see like how he was thinking of the situation, how he thought about Raphael and stuff like that. A lot of interesting stuff like that, which I feel like this series has done really well so far within these first 4 issues. It's a shame we didn't keep this up, but at the same time, I'm glad they did move away from this, because they definitely would have like run into a very big problem, because going to episode 5, who do you do the story on? Would it be Nano? Christ, that'll be a very dramatic and dark story. So yeah, so then we did get some like new stuff for this stuff, which, like I said before, it's like new stuff which is more or less being made non-canon, which is quite disappointing. So for one, like the first things we do get to see like Casey talking to his dad, and his dad's like going, "Oh, you're on the team and you don't back down. Your mum doesn't get it because she's a woman. Oh, purple dragons. Oh god," and all that kind of stuff. Like really, I feel like he would be very problematic today. So yeah, maybe it was good that he changed for the better. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I feel like with this scene here, it did definitely like represent Casey's father in a more like bad way compared to how it was in the show, where I do feel like he lived up to like expectations of Casey's father, and here it was just like I know something about it. It just seems like so like often weird about Casey's father that. Like, when you think of a dad, you don't think of something like this. I know that, like, some people do have those kind of fathers, which is really unfortunate. But at the same time, with how Casey was going on about his father and stuff like that, you just don't think of it going along those kind of situations. So, yeah. And then we do get to see a fight bit where Casey was fighting the Hun after the love store burnt down. And that's when Hun gave Casey some brain damage. Because why not? Didn't add anything to the actual story or anything like that, but it just seemed like such an unnecessary detail to just throw in there to just, make it seem like a much worse off event than what it actually was. And I wouldn't be too surprised if this whole story was the influence for the reintroduction for Han in the Mirage comics, because there's a lot of similarities between these 2 stories. So I do have to wonder there. And then also for some other stuff, we do get to see in the present day, Casey, when he's about to go out, he hears like a family arguing, and when he comes back, he sees the man he's there is about to beat his wife up. So he breaks in and tries to beat him up, but he realizes, oh no, I'm doing something wrong. And I feel like with this is really interesting, and just I wish they like spend more time with this, because I feel like had they shown this because I don't know, because now I'm really thinking about it, I'd also think that it does ruin his character because it's just so weird how they put this bit in because I had this scene here where he comes in thinking that he's a hero but then realizes, oh, actually he's actually the villain here because he's breaking and entering, he's the monster kind of thing and all that kind of stuff. But then he's like, and he sees how scared the boy is. But then afterwards, he go out the next night, or was it next night, or like it was Friday night or something like that, and he goes out to go fight Raph. I do feel like this scene is a really great scene to really like show what kind of person Casey really is, and would have been a great scene to see like Casey change. But at the same time, it just ruins him because it's just like he didn't learn anything. And if anything, it just makes it worse. It's just like, yeah, okay, he sees the errors of his way, but he's still gonna go out and kill someone. So yeah, it's just so bizarre and weird on that kind of stuff. And then there's also a running thing throughout this whole issue where Casey says that his mum went off to go and try and find his dad, and basically his parents haven't seen him since, and he thinks that he does all this like crime stopping, they'll come back and be proud of him. And I think that this might have something to do like tying in with the whole brain damage thing and Casey's father being dead and stuff like that. It just seemed, to be honest, I don't know what they're really getting at here because throughout the whole episode, Casey did mention his Casey what should I say? He did mention that his father did die. So I'm just wondering what went wrong with the script here, because this issue came out months after the actual episode came out itself. So there would have been enough time from the writer to know what went wrong and stuff like that. But yeah, I just don't know what went wrong here. It's just so bizarre that they had to screw up something this major, because in fact this is basically the whole reason why Casey's doing all this in the show. It's just so bizarre how they was able to screw up that badly, but it happened. And yeah, so yeah, overall this issue, it was I mean, I really want to like this issue because, like I said in the past few issues and videos, I really do enjoy this angle which I'll take in for this series, where they'll take the actual episodes and view it from a character's point of view, which I do find to be pretty interesting, seeing how they saw the situation and stuff like that. It's really great and fascinating. But also with that, when you do look at specific scenes such as Casey realizing that he's the bad guy in his neighbor's house, but then goes out next night to kill Raph, it's just so bizarre how they was able to screw up so badly. And then even with Casey's whole motivations about him doing all this because his father died, and yet in this one he thinks that his father's still miraculously still around in the universe. It's just so bizarre how it's able to do so many great and interesting things within this issue, but at the same time screw up so badly. It is just how did this issue get approved? It is just so bizarre. But the artwork was really nice. Yeah, the colours were really nice as well. I mean, everything about this issue is really great. It's just there's few little errors that are just so big. How can someone screw up that badly? But yeah. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If you listen, please share, subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.